Okay, folks, we are here at UK Games Expo. I'm here with Gorm, and we're going to be talking about Board, which is a fascinating looking game. It's got a Viking theme to it. There's a Viking name involved. Tell us a little bit about Board and how it works.
Yeah, so it's a two-player head-to-head game. So Eurogamers may not like it, but if you like rolling dice, if you like war games, it's a good game for you to try.
It's definitely up our street already. So.
One player is light and one player is dark, just like in chess. The pieces are all double-sided, so they're dark on one side and light on the others. And the boards are modular. They can be configured however you want, but right now they're configured such that this is an island and this is an island.
Okay.
And this is a sea. The table is a sea. These are armies that are out at sea, and they're trying to land on the half hexes that are at the edge of the boards, and then move inland. The goal is to control as many objectives as you can. These are Vikings who don't have enough farmland back at home, so they're trying to come and take farmland in the UK.
Yeah.
There are a number of objectives. This is grassland, that's marsh, that's woodland, and that's stronghold. Mm-hmm. And they're worth points, victory points at the end of each season. The game's played over 2 seasons, summer and winter.
Okay.
You score 1 point for each objective that's in your color at the end of each season, and the person who has the most victory points at the end of the game wins. You take over objectives. It's an area majority game, so you take over objectives by having the most armies adjacent to them at the end of a turn. So dark players got 2 here next to the strongholds, so they would take it over. Becomes theirs, and at the end of the season they would score points for that. Strongholds also confer some combat bonuses, so you can also have battles between these armies. Multiple armies can participate, and basically you get 1 die to roll for each army that is in a combat, plus bonuses. You can get extra dice for being on high ground or adjacent to your stronghold, and if you beat an army, you send it back out to sea. It's driven out to sea until the end of the season, then it can land again.
So it's one of those things where you're not going to be effectively losing the units. You get to have another go at them with them and try and bring them back and have another chance and things like that. Try a different strategy.
Exactly, but it does tie you up because those armies can't land again, and you've got a maximum number of armies that you can have at a given time. You can have up to 6 armies, so those armies are kind of just plugging you up when they're out at sea there. It plays in about 30 to 45 minutes, and it's fast-paced. It's got some good replayability because you can configure the boards in different ways. There's a sequence that you go through at the beginning of the game, taking turns to place boards and place objectives. Right. The aim being to create a fresh experience that's still well-balanced.
I see. And what's the state of the game at the moment? Is it coming to crowdfunding? What's the sort of vibe for it?
So the game began as the idea that I wanted to make a handmade wooden game. Yeah. And I launched that at UKGE last year. I sold a bunch of copies of that. I've run out of them now, and I'm not ready to make too many more. So I've talked to Long Pack Games to try to make a manufactured version that we can launch on Kickstarter. I actually just picked up a sample from them earlier today. They brought it over to show me. There's still some kinks we want to iron out, but I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to bring it to crowdfund to Kickstarter in the coming months.
Oh, awesome. Absolutely fantastic. That sounds absolutely cool. As I said, as a little bit of a war gamer ourselves, you might have noticed that on OnTableTop, we do like this kind of thing. I love the simplicity of it. The design is gorgeous. I love that kind of nice duality between the light and the dark. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously, Vikings as well. Great stuff. It's a tried and tested way of doing things. Great. Good luck with the rest of your campaign and all that kind of thing throughout the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.
We're going to be diving into the rest of the weekend with live blogs and live streams and everything else. We'll be back with another video very, very soon. Thank you.